Hi, it's Vishali. I'm back at Cobham where Chelsea are facing a huge week with that game against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, and then the game against Premier League title rivals Manchester City at Stamford Bridge on the weekend. Now, the Chelsea players are currently training, and I watched part of their session this morning, and so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how some of the players looked in the training session. Let's start off with David Luiz. Now, he came out and he was smiling. He looked quite happy, but he does still have heavy strapping on his left wrist. So he trained fine other than his wrist, but it does beg the question about whether or not he will play against Atletico. Now, Conte, of course, was asked about David Luiz and whether or not he thinks he'll be fit enough for this game, and all he said was he has to be fit. I think it'll be interesting to see whether or not he plays against Atletico. I actually think he may play because I think David Luiz is a fighter and he'll always play through the pain, but he does still have that heavy strapping on his wrist. Another player who there were some sort of question marks about whether or not they'd be playing in this game is Thibaut Courtois, because he took that fall in the game against Stoke. But he looked fine today. He looked sharp when he was doing his sort of his warm-up exercises, and he was smiling. He looked to be in good spirits, and so I think that he will start against Atletico as well. Another player who looked quite impressive in training was Charlie Musonda. Now, he was training with Eden Hazard, and he was showing off a lot of his skills on the ball, and Eden Hazard, he looked pretty good as well today in training, but I don't know whether or not Conte is going to risk starting him against Atletico. In general, the whole group, they looked to be in good spirits, but they looked focused today. I think when they were coming out onto the training pitches, you could see that their minds were focused on training, and of course that big game in Madrid on Wednesday night. Now, from what happens here, the Chelsea players are training. They'll finish in about an hour, and then they'll travel to Gatwick, where they'll take a flight to Madrid. And then Antonio Conte will have his press conference later on, and of course Atletico's media day will be later on today. Now, I'll be giving you another blog update after the game on Wednesday night to let you know what I thought about that big Champions League match between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid.